The testing, is it working? Testing, testing, testing. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the meeting to order. If everyone could stand and join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I heard it.
We've got one add-on tonight. One resolution for the zoning board chairman. Public forum regarding agenda items only.
Julie Walter, Town of Shelby. Can the board please explain how the new cemetery rates went into effect without a board vote or public discussion? As I understand it, under New York town law, any changes to municipal fees must be approved by board resolution before taking effect. According to the town's website, the $200 increase per service started June 1st, but there's no record of it being discussed or voted on before residents were charged higher rates to bury loved ones in both of Shelby cemeteries. Thank you.
Julie, you and Dan got to leave for, okay. Let's do the assessor's report.
Good evening. Grievance Day was held on May 28th from 4 to 8. We had no residents come in to grieve. Final roll will be posted on July 1st, and a total of 18 homes went on the market in May. 11 out of the 18 are pending already. 5 homes sold, and the average sold price is $182,000. That's all I got. Good.
Thank you. Code enforcement.
Code enforcement report. This is a short one. It's been slow. Year to date, I'm building permits. I've been working with the planning board on various issues. One of them is a sign permit for the church out on Maple Ridge, and the zoning board of appeals took an application for an area variance for the same. And FYI, while we have a large audience here, yes, you do need a building permit for an Amish-style storage shed over 10 foot by 12 foot. This, for me, is a way to get the word out. My office hours are from 6:30 to 4 on Monday and Tuesday. I start early to make myself available to anybody who wants to come in before work, and that's all I have.
Just ask, where are we with the list of grieved properties, or I don't know how you want it. I've been by a couple that doesn't look like there's been any activity whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I'll be happy to meet with you on that, Linda. And I've had some success with several. Some have remained the same.
So I guess it's probably a question for when Kathy's here, Nick, because I don't want to stick you with. But I guess my concern is if you're sending things out, you're addressing people, and there's no changes. What are our options to do something? Because some of them, are pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, your options are on what they call an order to remedy notice of apparent violation. So I can take the offender to court.
And can you tell me how many roughly on your list?
I've had to take 2 to court.
That's all?
Last year, yes. Yeah.
And if there's an order and they're refusing to abide by it, they can be held in contempt eventually. So it does eventually become a criminal matter.
That's, taking somebody to court for me is the last resort. I would rather work with them. Sometimes you get stepped on a little bit. If I can accomplish a cleanup, a correction of a violation without taking somebody to court, I would rather do that. Court's the last resort. I'm willing to do it. So, and then I got to tell you, I'll be right up front. You have people, no matter if you send them a violation letter or you take them to, it doesn't matter. quite frankly, if you've seen the TV show Hoarders, they hold on to their stuff. It's part of their nature, it's part of their makeup, and they refuse to clean up. So, I mean, I've been talking to the judge about this, and I'll do the best I can.
Okay, thank you.
Dan. Planning board report.
At our last meeting, we had a site plan review for Dunkin' Donuts. Basically, what they were looking for is just freshen up the outside, do some different. We told Dan to go ahead, tell them to go ahead and do whatever they want to do, and that we waived the site plan review for them. The other thing we looked at was the sign that Dan was talking about earlier. They're looking at putting up an 8x10 as a variance. Of course, we've turned it down. Dan was taking care of it, getting it to the ZBA. The other thing is that the planning board finally came up with some recommendations to the town for the solar fields, or the solar project out on for all the board members. And also, next Tuesday, the 17th, I've got 5 of the board members will be going to the training in Albion at the Hogue Library, 4 hours training. That's it.
You said there's a project on Saltworks Road?
What's that? South Gravel or whatever.
South
Sorry.
Gravel, all right.
Sorry. I'm getting old.
I'll scan it in, send it to her, yeah. Thanks, sir. Highway report.
Good evening. We've been able to accomplish a few tasks this past month. We helped the county pave part of Saltworks Road, and with Keeler's assistance, got the parking lot fixed and draining. Spent 7 days helping the village pave its streets using one of our trucks and put a driver in a truck from the town of Barry. The shared service agreements between the towns and the county is an awesome testament to our departments. We should be thankful for it. Started mowing roadsides, mowing all the fire halls and parks and vaults. Planted some trees in Millville Cemetery, plus a donated autumn blaze from the Pask family. Thank you very much, Becky Winans. I was able to attend highway school in Ithaca, met with friends from around the state, and had great conversations and attended classes. Sent a truck to haul blacktop for the county. The county sent us their hot box, which is a heated container for blacktop, and a man, and we've been able to fill many potholes today. Had several burials in both cemeteries, and then the gift of stacking e-waste. As was talked about in the last meeting, the speed limit on 31A. Spoke to the DOT, and basically at the end of the conversation, the possibility of it happening is unlikely. I went up to Furnace Parkway and spoke to Mr. Iorio. We inspected his property. At numerous points, his tile line has heaved and at spots was broken. We had a nice conversation, and he acknowledged that it wasn't much that the town could do for him. I had sent you all a copy of the state email I received this morning, and I'm asking to approve a second supplemental amendment to the state plowing contract for the 24-25 season. I had just received it this morning. It includes a possible rate increase of $32,077.80, and that would be a nice bump. After discussions with several local funeral home operators, we were informed our rates were too low as compared to others. After discussions with the cemetery, we came up with those numbers. It's been a long time, I'm told, since this has been considered or examined. Please keep in mind, we're talking about perpetual care of our cemeteries, active and inactive. Basically, we only have 2 active ones that carry all the water. In total, there's close to 21 acres to care for. We do not charge anything for veteran stone foundations or stone setting. As with all businesses, expenses continue to climb. Just to cut the lawn and weed whack, it's $47,500 a year. They earn it all. And the cemeteries look nice every week. There's driveways to repair, tree care, grave upkeep, water maintenance, stone repairs, all cost money that the general taxpayer contributes to. Many clients have not lived here or paid taxes here for a long time but are welcomed home. There are still graves available, but the number is being limited. There is no long-term plan for expansion. At some point, they will become inactive, with the taxpayer bearing the full expense. Please, tonight, implement the new pricing of cemetery plots, grave openings, and weekend rates. Thank you. I just figured I'd wait for a second before I sat down and had to come back up.
Yeah. So Dale, it's my understanding that when we change rates at the cemetery, we're supposed to get some approval from New York State. I don't have the exact
That's
name
if you're a cemetery association. This is a town-owned piece of property.
Okay,
It
so
does not
we're
apply.
we're not held by that. Okay. And then when did we decide to raise the rates?
We talked about it last fall, Mr. Lannon and myself, and some of the other funeral home directors in the local area.
I guess I'm just wondering why we didn't do it at budget time or start it as a January thing where people had a chance to
I guess
kind of-
that's my fault.
Yeah.
I was laid up for quite a while. Winter came, it got pushed off to the side and pushed off to the side.
As well as this, did you get a rate for me from from Ridgeway for the water bill that we're paying for Shell Ridge Lane?
I was told it's on the bill.
Okay, well, you can look at the bill because I couldn't find it.
I
then.
never
Maybe-
see them, but
maybe
I
you
was
can-
called and they told me it's on the bill.
Okay, well,
So I said, okie dokie.
I didn't see it, so maybe Darlene can show you the bill and you could point it out to me. But I looked and couldn't find it in there. I mean, there's a dollar amount for the bill, but it doesn't tell us what we're paying per thousand, or I'm assuming that's how they bill per thousand.
Just do the math backwards.
I'm not sure it gave the quantity. I'm not saying I would have, but I think I would have been smart enough to do that. But it's possible I missed it. But maybe you could take a look and see for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
What were we charging before for the cemetery? Well, what were the rates? And are we,
2024 lot cost was $550. So we added $1.50 to it. Full burial was $550. Same thing, $150. Cremation was $325. We raised it to $450. We had no weekend charge, and we added $170. Figured that was more than fair because of the time